Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Wait. Oh, my gosh. I accidentally started it. Oh, Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, gosh damn it. Gosh fucking damn it. Hold on. Oh, shit. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, shit. Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry. I have to text people. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Hi. Welcome back to Sportville. Uh, sorry. I'm tagging. Welcome back to episode 69. Oh, my gosh. I'm an idiot. Oh, my gosh. I'm an actual idiot. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. I'm an actual idiot. I'm so sorry. Okay, sorry. Welcome back to Sportville. This is gonna be a very long and exciting episode. I'm gonna wait to talk about a lot of things. Sorry, I have strep right now. Um, I'm gonna wait for people to join because there's a lot of things to talk about. Um, there's multiple NFL extensions, which is very exciting. College football is back. NFL is back. Noah is trying to join right now. It's gonna be a minute. My fault. I'm like, dude, I'm shocked. I'm sorry. I really did not mean to start it. I'm sorry. I'm such a dumbass. I don't. I literally don't know what I was doing. But while he's joining, I guess we may just as well start with a few things. We'll talk about stuff that he may not want to talk about as much, and that is college football. I'm a big college football fan. CU Buffs fan all my life, and now we're actually not a 0-win team. I'm not saying we're a good team, but I did go to the game against North Dakota State, and it was a very fun game, very rough game. Travis Hunter, dude, like he's generational, man. I firmly believe he can play both receiver and corner in the NFL. He could pick between the two. Will he play both? I don't know. Mainly because what's up, Underground? Um, sorry, it's just me on the stream. I accidentally started the stream. Um, sorry. Uh, but uh, there's a lot of talent on the Colorado team. It's just not at all well rounded. There's good players like Shador, who's top 5 college football player. Travis Hunter, who I believe is the best college football player. Those two are both top 5 picks next year, if not 1 and 2 or 2 and 1. But then there's a big gap, and then there's Jimmy Horn Jr., which I've talked about for a long time now, and I'm excited he's finally getting attention. He had 198 yards, 1 touchdown, didn't match Travis Hunter's 3 touchdowns game, and he played cornerback too, but still had an amazing game, and I think he's going to be a great player. Hayes on the defensive side is also amazing. He and Travis Hunter and Shiloh are like the main stars of the defense, but the defense was not looking good against North Dakota State, and that's very concerning, especially when we play a team like Nebraska next week. We were just allowing so much yards in the middle of the field. It was just ridiculous what we were doing. And North Dakota State, they're a very underrated team. I'll give them that. And I said that. I've been saying that. And props to them. They played their hearts out. They almost won. But Shador is absolutely ridiculous. He is so good. He is going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. Mark my words on that. Hunter is a generation. What's up? What's up? About damn time you
Seriously.
joined.
Oh, about time. Yeah. Like you. Okay.
My bad. And I didn't want to talk in Sportville all that much, and I've been talking for the past 4 minutes because my throat. Oh my gosh, this has been painful. Uh, Noah started talking about college football. I've been yapping my ass off.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So college football's back. All right. Welcome everyone to Sport Phil. Well,
And
actually, not
I
welcome.
did this already. All right.
You didn't put you did the intro.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Welcome everybody. Yeah, college football is back. We had some games today. Tomorrow LSU will play. Um,
Almost like I just said that.
Good for you. And I think the most important things I do want to talk about, obviously for me as a Giants fan, is how are the top prospect quarterbacks playing?
Oh, I thought you were about to talk about Jamar Chase. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to get muted again. But anyway, what was this? Oh yeah, so Structure Sanders, he had a great game, 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, one
And that
interception,
one
but like
interception was the dumbest fucking
yeah,
thing
kind
I've
of like
ever seen.
flew up a guy's back. I don't know how that even happened. But yeah, he had a good game. I think more of that game was a lot more shine on Travis Hunter. Played every single snap besides one. I think he only allowed 30 yards. Um, or no,
Jimmy
like
Horn Jr.
12
was
yards.
also really good.
12 yards. He only allowed like 12, 10 yards or 20 yards. And then he got over 100 yards and he had 3 touchdowns, including a crazy catch. So yeah, great game by him. Travis Hunter looked good. And then Quinn Ewers played today. It was a blowout, like 52-0. He had a good game,
Let's
three
go.
touch.
Love seeing Colorado State get
You
destroyed.
guys almost, didn't you guys almost lose to him last year? They went to overtime.
Yeah, it was such a good game, but they had made a cheap shot on Travis Hunter.
Wow.
Pissed me off.
We'll see what happens this year if you guys play him. And then yeah, he had 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and then Arch Manning came in at the end. He had a passing touchdown
I
and a
was very
rushing
excited about
touchdown.
it.
He looked pretty good. I'm sure he'll get some snaps like in later parts of games when it's like already over. And I think he'll get his full, obviously he'll get his full start next year, and we'll see what he can do there. But he looks really good. And then Carson Beck played today against Clemson. It was also a blowout. Georgia is looking pretty good, and yeah, he had a pretty good
What I
game.
want to say about that game though is like the first like almost half, Georgia or Clemson was well in it with them,
Yeah, it
and
was more
Clemson's
of
defense was
halftime.
playing very well.
And then yeah, Alabama's first game since obviously Nick Saban left. Well, it's still going on. It's 56-0, so it looks like not too much problem there. But they are playing Western Western Kentucky Hilltop. But yeah, Jalen Merrill is 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interception. Looks really good. I also want to say Isaiah Bond also looked really good in the Texas game. He transferred there, so yeah, college football looks pretty good. I didn't watch every single game, so I can't talk about everything. I do know that yeah, Michigan played. I knew that Drew Eller with Penn State had a pretty good game. So yeah, college football. I'm still really excited for. I'm still can't wait for the whole LSU game tomorrow. Uh, and then
LSU
yeah,
USC, it's great. I'm excited for it.
yeah, USC. I think we'll win that. I think we can get that 6 at home.
I
So
think LSU will win. I love LSU.
yeah, I think our quarterback Noonser, can't say his name, but he looks decent.
Will
Um,
Campbell, I'm excited about him.
Will Campbell, yeah, and then we got a great defense, obviously. Harold Perkins, our middle linebacker. There's another guy, I can't remember his name, and then I'm also excited for our wide receiver. He's our wide receiver free this year under Neighbors and Thompson Lacey. I think he could be something pretty good. And we got another receiver also back in here who was like a 5-star recruit. So yeah, we always do get some good receivers. So I think we'll be going good at that. And our offensive line looks good. Receivers looks decent. Our defense looks good. I just hope we beat Alabama. That's what I'm missing for. That's what that'll be my Super Bowl. And since it is a 12-man postseason now, I do think we'll make the postseason. Honestly, I still see the Bulldogs winning it all. I don't know how anyone can stop them. They have probably definitely a Heisman contender with Carson Beck. They have the greatest defense. This is one of the greatest college runs. That's our 40 straight win. I think it's regular season wins, obviously. I think it'll be if they get to 45, if they win 5 more games, they'll break the all-time record, which was broken like 1950. So yeah, the Bulldogs look really good.
Yeah, I have the Bulldogs winning there.
I'm trying to see who else they have. I know their defense. They got the Malik Starks guy, the safety. He had a great interception. Uh, they got 2 defensive tackles, which I know are projected to go first round. So they have a great defensive line. I can't think of any receivers at the time, but I do know they have a pretty good running back. Um, and obviously last year they had Brock Bowers, so they just always had some good teams. And yeah, I want to know who do you think will win Heisman? Your top 3 picks for me. Uh, I think I'm gonna go 5. I'm I'm gonna go 5. This is in no order, but I have 2. I have both Travis Hunter and Shindur Sanders.
Thank you. That honestly makes
Yeah.
me happy.
Okay. Relax. Still gonna be like 1 in 10.
We're gonna suck because they are. Ooh,
Yeah, the defense is horrendous, but like
yeah.
you have a
Oh yeah.
great,
I couldn't agree
definitely
more.
2 first round picks, and then I have Carson Beck. Man. I have Quinn Ewers, and then I'm trying to think. Do I go Luther Burden or do I go? Yeah, I'm gonna go Luther Burden, receiver out of Missouri. So yeah, and also I think with Travis Hunter, I know he plays corner receiver, he plays them both. Like it'd be a first round for either position, but I think he will have to pick one primarily and goes to NFL. I'm sure there'll be times where he can play snaps, but it won't be as fluid as in college football. It'll just be too exhausting for anybody to do it that way.
Yeah,
Play
I
full
mean Travis
snaps.
Hunter almost played the whole game, and you can't do that in the NFL.
Yeah, no.
You cannot.
So yeah, I think he will. I think just after this game, I think he could do full time receiver. I've always liked him more as a DB, but I think you'll have to find it out like somewhere in the season, and then yeah, I think he definitely could be a pick. I think he's definitely my top 3 for a first round pick.
What's up?
Yeah,
I think he could be the first round pick. Obviously, depends who's there. People are saying it's either Patriots, Broncos, or Panthers, and I think either 3 of those teams could definitely take Travis. I mean, the Broncos. Hey. I mean, they have Patrick's team, but their corner room is bad. And as far as receivers go, they were looking to trade Sutton, and I think he could definitely go number 1.
Travis
and then Panthers,
Hunter,
definitely they need a receiver
in Colorado. That'd be cool.
And the Patriots, they don't have I think they actually have a good secondary. They just don't have a good receiver. But I feel like Rupert Burden's wide receiver 1 over Travis Hunter. I think Travis Hunter, since he can play corner at time really well, I think that if he comes in, it'll be really good. And that's why I think he could go over Luther Burden. Although I do think Luther Burden is a better receiver. Anyway, Tristan's here.
What's up?
All right, but now we're done with talking about college football or world. I don't know if you watched it. Do you have anything to say about the college football games or no?
I haven't watched any of the games. I did see the Texas highlights, and 52-0 is just ridiculous. Like, why is there so many damn blowouts?
Well,
because that's college football.
What's even more ridiculous is 40-0.
Like, what the hell?
Anyway, yeah, Texas is a great team. They got
I did see a little bit of the Colorado game of Sanders and Travis Hunter. There's like a clip of Sanders like yelling at Hunter and saying like, "Bro, shut up" or whatever. So I don't know what was going on there, but
well, that's just how they are. That's not
they've got a good connection.
Yeah, that's just how it is in live games. You get frustrated, but yeah, and dude, that corner was such an asshole. He literally pulled his face mask down and started celebrating like he did something. And then
oh my gosh,
next play,
he North Dakota.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that guy number 17, he's pissed me off. But yeah, that was a good game. Their quarterbacks were pretty good on North Dakota, but still, the Colorado's defense still awful. But anyway. Let's go over to some more NFL. We got 2 big signings for receivers. We got Brandon Ayuk and CeeDee Lamb, both being big contracts. I think we'll talk about Jamar Chase, or maybe just to free you guys talk about Jamar Chase, not me. But no, kidding. I want to talk about Brandon Ayuk first because this has been a story going on for way too long. And I really thought, like, we're like weeks away. I'm like, all right, he's gonna have to play. And he settled for a $30 million deal, or $30 million, which I would still not pay him that, but like just from like how he was acting. I thought he was going to try to go for like more than that, like 33, 34. Like I thought he was going to go crazy. I would have paid him 25, 28 maybe if I want to, especially with the 49ers since they have to pay Brock Purdy soon, which is probably, I don't want to say it, but he could definitely match Love in 55 and stuff.
I think he'll get.
And then Trent Williams is willing to sit out games, which that's just how he is.
I'm sorry. If I had to bet on one guy to sit out games, it's Trent Williams. Like
that guy. And then you still have to pay a lot your defense. You're still paying Nick Bosa $30 million a year on a huge contract. And then Debo is going to come up soon, and then Kittle's going to come up soon. around the same time Brock Purdy comes around. They're going to be in the exact same. I think they're going to be in the Cowboys position soon, where yes, you theoretically can pay all these guys big contracts, but you're not going to do it because you can't. Like I was arguing with this guy on Twitter saying we could pay Dak $60 million, CD $34 million, and Mike $30 million.
Can't.
I'm like, yeah, you theoretically can, but that would be 60% of your cap space.
Then you're gonna have a bunch of elementary school kids.
Yeah, you have like practice squads as your whole team, so it'll just be worse in the long run.
Now, if you guys were winning Super Bowls, then I could be
different. But I don't want.
I'm like, you guys can't even win with these guys with like a great roster. What makes you
can't even get to an NFC championship?
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get to the Cowboys.
That's why I'm okay with them holding out on Dak's contract.
I'm okay with them getting Brandon Ayuk. In my opinion, I would just let him go.
I'm just fucking
I'm fine to let him go. I'd rather just keep Debo and then let Ayuk go than pay him $30 million a year. But maybe this is the year to go all out. But that's been their scheme for the last 5 years, and they still have not done it. So
Ayuk,
and they pretty much go all out. They just can't win the last game.
Because this might be. I'm going to say this right now, real quick. This is their last chance, honestly, to win a Super Bowl. Because this is like before Brock Purdy gets his contract. And when he gets his contract, I mean, think about it. This is literally not even graduating. This guy was literally the last pick of the draft. He's on like a $900,000 deal. That was his rookie contract. And obviously it went up a bit, but like it's not close to like anything. Like you feel like their backups getting more paid than him. Like, and then it's going to go to like the most paid quarterback probably, or one of the most, just because that's how it will be. Yeah, you have to do it now. I mean, you already let a lot of your defense go. You already chipped off a lot this year, and now you're definitely going to lose one Debo in the near future. You're going to lose Debo or Ayuk. No, not Ayuk. Debo or Kittle in the next 1 or 2 years, and you're probably going to have to let Williams go this year if you even get a contract with him now, which I think they will. So, they have to go all this year, and just from like looking at it, I don't think they will. But we'll see. I'm not a fan of the sign at all. In my opinion, I would just let him go. Let the Steelers get him.
I kind of want him to just go to a different team.
Fans saying we did not want him to begin with. We're fine with Van Jefferson. What do you say?
No, they wanted. They're just being
butthurt. They're just being butthurt.
Yeah, Steelers and Commanders.
Steelers fans know damn well
they want. Look at the comments. You can tell they wanted him badly. You could just.
Yeah, but
they're not okay with George Pickens as their wide receiver 1, and then Van Jefferson as like the 2 or whatever. Like, I mean, I shouldn't be talking because my receiving core is worse, but the Steelers receiving core is.
I don't know why did they not draft Brian Thompson Jr. Think about it.
Yeah,
the wide receiver 2 of every FSL in the draft is better. So first it was Odell. First it was Jarvis Landry, then Odell. Odell was better. Then it was Jamar and Jefferson. Jamar is 1. Jefferson's better. Now it's Neighbors and Brian Thompson. And I'm not saying he's better than Neighbors. I'm just saying. Look at him in training camp. He was absolutely outstanding. He's been one of the highest rated receivers in training camp. Brian Thompson can be really good. And I know they wanted to build their offensive line. Their offensive line still looks terrible because freaking Russell Wilson got sacked like 3 times in the preseason game with the offensive line. And he's starting. Still, I would have got Brian Thompson. You get that receiver for 4 years on a rookie contract. He's going to be absolutely outstanding. I'll take that. But whatever. Zone, what do you think about the whole Brandon Ayuk signing? Then we can go to the other people.
Yeah, I think it is an overpay. I just don't have the confidence in Brandon Ayuk that a lot of people do. And I've been a Brandon Ayuk supporter before this year. I called him one of the most underrated players. Now I'm just thinking $30 million a year for a guy like him is just kind of insane. I mean, he had an amazing year, don't get me wrong, but that's 1 year of elite level. That's 1 year of top 10 level receiver, and I don't know if he can repeat that. I think you have to have at least 2 years to pay a guy like him that kind of money. And the way he handled the situation, there's one way to handle a holdout, and that's like CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. Like, there's one way to handle a holdout and not cause all this drama. I mean, CD did like post on Twitter a few things, but no one was a drama queen like Brandon Ayuk was, and I lost a ton of respect for him with that. And $30 million a year, like what Noah was saying, this is the Niners' like last opportunity because you're not paying Nick Bosa this much money. You're not paying Brock Purdy this much money. You're not paying Fred Warner, Ayuk, Debo, all these guys. Trent Williams. Yeah, all these
running back in the league.
Yeah, Chris McCaffrey. all this much money and not going to have severe cap penalties. So this is the last, if not, or one of the last years that the Niners have left. So they got to make it a good one.
And then they're going to have to go and rebuild around Purdy, which I think will be interesting to see Purdy start working with a team that's not at elite level. And then we'll see what Purdy really is when we get there, which I think he's overrated and underrated at the same time. There's two extremes. Like there's the extreme that say the stats are 100% deserved. It's not helped at all. He's absolutely amazing, MVP candidate. And there's the people say he's absolutely overrated. Any quarterback can put stats in there. There's definitely a middle ground. He's definitely a top 15. I still take him over Dak Prescott. I still take him over Jalen Hurts. I still take him over. I'm trying to think of anyone else. He's still a top 15. That's what I'm trying to say.
He's better than top 15, top 20-ish quarterback.
Yeah, definitely a top 5 in the NFC. So he's still a good quarterback.
It's just he's not Josh Allen or something.
I don't know if we're going to see him in that level right now because it's going to be a big switch from this roster to like a normal roster or even like a slightly above average roster. It's going to be really hard for him. And I think that's when we'll show who he really is. Because when you pay him that big money and you can't keep all the levels, that's when you start going to rebuild mode. The team or you start because right now they've been building around Purdy. When his contract comes, they're gonna start building around. Wait, hold on. Wait, this analogy is so bad. Never mind. Okay. God. Wait, what was I going for there? I had something good. I just totally forgot. Okay, right now they're building around Purdy. Right now, they're building around Purdy. Then they'll have to build.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Okay. Anyway, let's just move on to freaking CeeDee Lamb. All right. CeeDee Lamb gets paid $34 million. I think that obviously I don't think he should be $1 million behind Jefferson, but obviously with how the market is always moving and fluid, that's just how it has to be. Like obviously no one thinks Mahomes should get $45 million. No one thinks Tua should get 50. Tua, Trevor Lawrence, and Jordan Love should be on the exact same contract as Joe Burrow. It's just how it is. That's just how quarterbacks are. It's how they're going to be, and it's quite unfortunate, but that's just how it is. And that's just that GMs just have to do it. So yeah, getting him paid is pretty good because obviously with the stats he put up this year, breaking the Cowboys' all-time receiving record, 1,700 yards, definitely a candidate, a top 3, maybe top 2 candidate for Offensive Player of the Year. It definitely makes sense on why he could have asked for over Jefferson or matched Jefferson.
I'm glad
I know
he did.
I know it's like $1 million difference, but I also see why mosquito. I also do see why the Cowboys were a bit hesitant because making this decision is basically saying either Micah or Dak is gone. Like we were talking about before, yes, you could pay them all, but that would paying 3 people $60 million, and let's say Micah wants to match Nick Bosa, which I'm sure he might even ask for more. But let's say Dak asked for $60 million, Micah asked for 30, and CD at 34. How would you pay all 3 at the same time?
We can barely even win with this team.
So one of them will have to be gone, and even then, that'll still be trouble in cap space. You won't even be able to go all out, or I guess you could say all in free agency, even with 2 contracts. So I think Dak is gone for this year, unless the only way I think to keep Dak is I'm gonna say it doesn't have to matter regular season. I think it just has to be somewhat close to how he performed this season. Like it can't be bad. It has to be somewhere around that elite level he played this season in regular season. I think it's perform in the postseason to at least. I'm saying right now he has to at least make the NFC Championship and put up a good game in the NFC Championship. Honestly, if I'm the Cowboys, since he's 31 years old after 6 and trying to be the most paid quarterback, I would go as far as say you need to make the Super Bowl and put up a performance in Super Bowl, and you have to put up and you have to match your stats for your season. I know that's like mission impossible. Like how can you ask for anyone? It doesn't matter. I rather trot out Trey Lance than Tyrod than let freaking Dak Prescott for $60 million, 32 years old next season with no Micah Parsons. Because name one person on defense that'll do anything besides a defensive line at least, besides Micah. I mean, DeMarcus Lawrence is probably gone, and even if he wasn't, have like 3 sacks and like 20 million penalties. Like, who cares? Their middle linebacker retired, or because he got injured, he retired. And so they really need to keep Micah. He's young. Keep him around.
This is Dak's 9th year.
So I think Dak is gone. And honestly, I don't think he will get to that level. in the postseason or regular season again.
Yeah, too much. He's not gonna make it.
And maybe he could change it somewhere else. I know the Raiders are a top pick for him, maybe. But
Yeah.
and I know there's rumors. There's obviously rumors right now that the Giants get him. And let me just say right now, the only way I wouldn't. I'm trying to be nice here. The highest I would pay Dak is 45. And I know he would never take that. Never. But why the frick would I pay $60 million for a 32-year-old quarterback who never performed in the postseason with a better roster than the Giants? Hell no. I'd rather freaking draft freaking Jackson Dart than do that. And by the way, even if he makes a Super Bowl and wins MVP, I'm still not paying him $60 million a year.
And that's different, but that's too much to ask for him.
And I know.
And
I know people say, "Oh, it's 45, but that's too low." That's the exact same amount as Mahomes. And I'm saying right now, I know Mahomes is doing that because he wants to win Super Bowls. But a humble Mahomes contract should be the exact same as a greedy Dak Prescott contract. That's a difference. So yeah, he deserves 45. And I don't care what the frick Jordan Love did. Jordan Love beat him, blew his ass out. Tua, I know he's never performed in the postseason. Now it's a terrible deal. I don't know what the hell they're thinking there. But whatever. I don't like how people use bad deals that someone else gets as an excuse to give someone else a bad deal. Like two wrongs makes it right. Like no. I understand why the player would ask for it, but GMs should not just bend over to these players constantly, dude. I think it's getting ridiculous. No, I think they have to measure this value and say, no, I'm not going to pay you freaking $60 million. I think Dak, he'll probably get a $50 million contract. I think he'll get $50 million somewhere else, and I think he'll get my prediction, and then I'll stop talking. $50 million in Las Vegas by 2025.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And then Las Vegas might trade Devontae Adams because they're probably going to go and rebuild Dak, and he is older, and you just can't keep him on a huge contract. So I think they'll trade him for maybe a first, no, probably a second, right? Because freaking what's his name? Freaking Stephon Diggs got like a third round. So I think Devontae will get traded somewhere for a second, and then they'll pay Dak $50 million a year. Probably have a high draft pick to get a new receiver. And then yeah. Anyway, enough of that. Guys, what do you think about CeeDee Lamb being the contract? Obviously, hey, you told me you want me to talk more, okay? So don't get mad at me.
Contract just real quickly. Actually, I'll talk about the Dak because I don't know if you guys know this. I'm in the Dak Prescott contract, and the Cowboys, like, at first, I'm not saying this to be mean, they read out that contract horrendously. In 2025, if he's not extended, then he is due a $50 million cap hit for the Cowboys, even if he signs with another team. That's crazy. So he could be playing with another team. That's worse than the Russell Wilson thing, which is really bad for
Talking about Dak?
Yeah, Dak. And then the CeeDee Lamb contract, I think it's a good contract with how the market goes. It's a stupid market, but I think
he's the first one
fair contract for him. And hold on, let me shut up my freaking dog. I'll be back in a minute.
Let me guys need to put on Michael Vick highlights before he does it. All right, never mind. World, what do you think about the CeeDee Lamb
Michael,
contract?
get over here.
Well, out of the three, I think CeeDee Lamb absolutely was their top priority because he was on a rookie scale contract. He pretty much runs your offense. He's pretty much Dak's like number one guy. And let's just say you move on from Dak and you draft a rookie quarterback, but you don't have CeeDee Lamb anymore. Who's your rookie quarterback supposed to throw to then? Brandon Cooks?
I'm sorry, Dak Prescott. Dak with no CeeDee Lamb. I'm sorry. He's not gonna. He couldn't win a playoff game with CeeDee Lamb. Well, he did, I guess, in 2020 against
against the shitty Bucks teams.
But it was one of the worst defense, and Brady was literally. That was
so I'm glad we're keeping CeeDee Lamb.
He was at the end of his rope there.
I'm glad they didn't pay Dak or Mike because Michael, obviously, I want him to get paid eventually.
And the fact so much drama around this to begin with is ridiculous. I mean, he shouldn't have to ask them. They should have just offered it to him right up straight front because this guy literally just broke your all-time receiving record.
Yes,
and he's really young,
the most
and his receivers he paid. Like even with I'm gonna say this right now, even with Jefferson going 1,000 yards in 12 games, CeeDee Lamb was a better receiver than Jefferson last year. I'm saying that not even as like statistic. I'm just saying it just from like watching him play. CeeDee Lamb was playing better than than Jefferson. And I'm not gonna say he's better because just
Yeah,
1
he's not
year. And
better.
obviously Jefferson was dealing with injuries in and out, and then obviously he had to switch like playing abilities with like 3 different quarterbacks. And obviously the offense, I think the Cowboys' offensive line was quite better. But still, just if you're playing better under any circumstances than Jefferson, there should be no question about we should do a contract. There should be no drama. There should be no Jerry Jones going out saying basically
He
you're
should
replaceable.
have been paid like after free agency, like right
It's
after.
ridiculous. But
He just woke up finally.
I'm not happy that they did it, but I
was scared he was going to get traded eventually. I was actually scared, but I'm glad to.
It's cool to see that. It's interesting to see that, But honestly, knowing Jerry Jones, honestly, I'd not be surprised if he pays Dak to let Micah go. Honestly, he might be dumb enough. He might just be dumb enough to pay them all, and then they'll just be like one of the worst teams ever. And
I wish there was a way we can have all.
I think he trades all of them and gets Quentin Ewers. To be honest.
Look, I want them all, but like if you had to get rid of them,
he re-signed Zach Martin.
Dak has to be the one that has to go. Like if
Zach Martin, has to go. Oh, he just resigned Zach. Everyone else leaves.
Yeah, he just.
That makes a lot of sense.
Zach is still playing good, but he's gonna retire. Like he's gonna retire soon. So.
Anyway, Ricky Saul got freaking shot. I don't know what to deal with these young receivers getting shot. First it was Tank Dell, now Ricky Pearsall. I don't know the circumstances, but I hope he's good. Yeah. I know me and Evan were going back and forth with a lot of Niners fans saying he was not going to be good. Don't. I was not going to make that joke. All right.
You didn't have to.
I'm just saying, theoretically, we were right. All right, no, I'm joking.
Okay.
I hope he gets better.
Stop.
I don't know what the frick's going on. I mean, it's San Francisco, so it doesn't surprise me.
But I really do wish the best for him, though.
Yeah. He's about to be an NFL receiver, man. Like this sucks.
Yeah, and I think he would be wide receiver 4. Yeah, wide receiver 4. He'd be a slot receiver.
Yeah, even if he was gonna be bad or good, like obviously, like hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Prayers out to him.
So should we get to our predictions for? So guys, I want to say real quick. So next Sportsville, this Thursday we're having Chiefs versus Ravens, and then that Friday we're gonna have Packers versus Eagles in Brazil. Now we might do our Sportsville the day after, or we'll do it the night of. It depends on how late it is. We'll let you know in the community post. But yeah, we're just going to predict those 2 games, and the next Sportsville, we're going to review them, obviously, and then we're going to predict the whole rest of Sunday night and Monday Night Football and Thursday Night Football, and that'll just be fun.
Hopefully by next Sportville, Jamar Chase will be on a 4-year deal. Please.
Yeah, if he's asking for, he wants $35 million and 1 cent, which.
Okay, it's $1 million more. You're not going to get it.
What did Justin Jefferson do? No, I wouldn't be mad at him paying 35. I think he shouldn't, but like if CD just got 34, I think they're around the same level.
Yeah, he deserves to get paid as much as him, if not more.
I just really think that he should be willing. And I'm not saying he should or shouldn't. I think he should at least be willing to take some sort of pay cut. And I know a lot of receivers don't want to do that, and I'm not telling him what he should do or what he should not to try to get money, but with his quarterback getting paid $55 million, obviously, I said it before. It's really hard to win as a full team when you have one of the highest paid quarterbacks and highest paid receivers. Which it will be. It will be the highest paid quarterback, highest paid receiver. At least because I think
at one point it will be for a little bit.
Yeah. So it's really hard to win like that because it is a team sport and you have to get a lot of players.
With that, but at the same time, if you're going to pay him, they might as well be the best or top 3 quarterback and a top 3 receiver in the NFL. So,
yeah. And obviously, I think they'll both put up those stats. I'm not saying like it's impossible to win a Super Bowl, but I just think almost every Super Bowl winning team has always won where it's great receivers, great quarterbacks, great roster, whether it's before a big contract or at the end of a big contract where you got some rookies or people on small signings, because cap space is I think more important than skill, honestly. I think if you can manage skill rather than having a lot, I think is more important. I think like I'm just gonna say it as an analogy. It's gonna sound stupid, but I think a whole roster of 80 overalls would be better than like a roster.
Bro, are you talking about Madden?
I'm just saying this because it's to paint a picture. I don't know how else to say it. This is just paint a picture in your head.
Okay.
Like it's better to have a team, right, of every single player on the team being 80 overall than have a team where there's a 99 overall quarterback, a 99 overall receiver, and then like 70s and a couple 80s and maybe like a couple, maybe like one more 90. I feel like it's a team sport, and I feel like that's partly the reason why they lost in 2021. And I said it, I'm going to say it again. I really think, and I'm not saying they can't get a shot again. They definitely will get a shot again. I do think they'll get back to Super Bowl. I think they will win a Super Bowl in the future. But I think that their best chance, and I think if they ever do never win a Super Bowl, that we'll always look back at 2020. That was their chance because that was before Burrow's contract.
Sure.
That was Jamar's rookie year. You had T. Higgins had a great year. Tyler Boyd was still a great receiver. They had a great defense. Not a good offensive line, though. If they had a good offensive line, they would have won the Super Bowl, obviously, because Aaron Donald that one play. And the fact they made it that far with that offensive line.
Jamal Cook, Jalen Ramsey. Oh, sorry.
But the fact they even made the Super Bowl, that offensive line is impressive. That just proves how good their team was. And 2022 is also a year where they really could have. Obviously, they had to lose Jesse Bates. And obviously, there was a couple, controversial calls, but that's just the name of the game. But yeah, obviously, you're not going to let him go. Like, you can't just let him go.
Yeah.
But I'm saying right now, if I'm the GM, even with $35 million, I would say definitely for $40 million. I think even at $45 million, this might sound crazy, but if he's willing to sit out games, like if that's just GM talking to do stuff, then whatever. Do your tactics of whatever. But if he's actually willing to sit out games, like he is fully prepared to sit out week 1, I would not be opposed to the idea of trading him for a first round pick and paying T. Higgins $25 million a year, saving $10-15 million in the cap space every single year, while getting a first round pick where you could, if you trade him to a bad team enough, you could get Luther Burden, Travis Hunter as a wide receiver for a 4-year rookie deal, and that'd be a lot better on Joe Burrow. Because this is my opinion. If you have a franchise quarterback, you don't need a top 5 receiver. You don't need a top 10 receiver. You don't need a top 15 receiver. You just need a roster that's good enough to maintain and follow his flow. And Burrow, from what I've seen, he could do that with any single wide receiver core in the NFL. He could win any single wide receiver core in the NFL. We see we can do in the postseason. We see he can do in the regular season.
Yeah.
The 2 seasons where he played more than 10 games, he made the AFC Championship. One where he won, and the other one where he just lost, and both of those had terrible losses. So, in my opinion, if Jamar is willing to act like that, it sounds crazy because he's a franchise receiver, obviously best friend is Joe Burrow. But like you have to make it clear, like this is not the Bengals' decision. You have to make it really clear, like we want to keep you, but we also want to win Super Bowls. We want Joe Burrow to win a Super Bowl. We want you guys to win a Super Bowl. And if you're willing to put money over us, then I'm willing to put you over a Super Bowl, or a Super Bowl over you. So I really think that if he's willing to sit out games, then I am not opposed to look at offers. If a team like the Patriots or any team that probably going to be bad, willing to trade a first round pick, I am not opposed to trading that and then pay T. Higgins like 25, maybe 27, 28 million a year, and then have a high first round pick and another first round pick because you'll have a first round. So that's all I have to say. Zone's not here, but World. Oh, you're still here.
I don't completely disagree with that.
Yeah. What will you think if he does sit out week 1? Because it's definitely still not fully off hands.
Like, to be honest, I just don't see him sitting out week 1. But if he did sit out week 1, I guarantee you the Bengals will get a contract done. Reports have just been nothing but they're close on the deal, and it's really just the guaranteed money and that 1 cent. They're just like debating it. Mike Brown really wants to save that 1 cent, but we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, I mean, that's a fair want to get a first round pick, get Travis Hunter. That'd be so sweet, and save $10 million with T. Higgins. Yeah, I can't say I disagree with it.
Maybe. So yeah, all right. Well, let's get in. All right, World or Tristan, anything else to say about the whole Jamar Chase situation? And by the way, was I on mute or I just want
No, we heard you. We heard you. You're good.
Yeah, so I feel like they'll pay him like for the season starts. Like I feel like they just have to. Like they don't want him sitting out.
And well, like for me, if he's willing to sit out, then like I am. Like I'm. This is not just like for. This is not just for Jamar. This is for anyone. I want to make this really clear.
Yeah.
I hate how players have more power than GMs these days,
Yeah,
where they can
I think-
sit out games. In my opinion, sitting out games should be illegal. If you sit out a game, you should get fined a lot of
yeah,
money.
because you
Because,
could
like,
be
think
like a
about it.
reason a
You
team
are getting
loses.
paid millions of dollars to play for this team. You have to this team. If you wanna demand a trade, I think you should have the power to do that. I don't think anyone should be forced to play somewhere. But
Yeah.
to sit out games and just sit there, not going to any other team, just trying to get your money, everything to go your way, that just takes the GM's like power away completely. And I don't like
Yeah.
that. I really think that that it should be illegal. I don't think any player should do that in the first place. I feel like you
Yeah.
gotta put your team over you, even if you think you deserve it more than anything. You can't let your
Yeah, I feel like
your
even if
guys,
they're
your
one of the best
squad go out
players.
there week one without you there. Like, that's your team, and that's basically saying I care more about my bank account than my team. And people can call it whatever it is, but that is what it
Yeah.
is.
And you could
And
be a big team, your team loses.
I
because you're
said
not
the
there.
same thing about Chris Jones. I did not like that. I'll say the exact same thing on Trent Williams. And hey, if Malik Neighbors did that, I would say I'd be even more mad because he's on my team. And obviously,
I'd be
he's
mad
probably
if he did
right
that.
spot.
I actually thought he might have done it if he didn't pay him.
I just hate how NFL, how a lot of quarterbacks, receivers, they feel like they have more power than the GMs. And I feel like GMs need to. I don't want to say like, because obviously you can't like just let your franchise quarterback walk. You can't just let him do that. But
Yeah.
I really think there should be a rule in place where like there should be some sort of limit where these players can go. Because I feel like it hasn't always been like this. Obviously, there's been receivers who like sat out in the before. There's definitely been somewhere. I know Le'Veon Bell was one, but this was a very rare thing. This is like a common thing. Like most, like, it's really common for if a player does not get his money, he sits out, and no one even bats an eyeball. Like, oh, he's sitting out, he wants his money, whatever. Like back then, like I remember when Odell was flirting with that idea because he wanted to be the most paid. He wanted to be the most paid player outside of a quarterback, and that was a big debate. And then he was willing. There was rumors of him sitting out or like him requesting a trade of not getting it. He got flamed, and like people, he would like now if people do that today, no one really bats an eye. They're just like, oh, that's just the name of the game. Oh, it's just business. No, it's not just business. The whole purpose of this football is about team, about success. That's how they get money. That's what people want to watch. I want to watch NFL because I want to see my team succeed, which probably won't happen. But look, that's why everyone tunes in. So that's why you're a fan of a team. And I feel like if it's all just about business and money, then I feel like it doesn't have a purpose to it. It's just about people getting money, and it doesn't really matter what color you wear. It doesn't matter what team you have or teammate. It doesn't matter about the Super Bowl. Because I really think, just from how players are now, from how they were 10 years ago, you hear way more talk than players talking about how they want more money than how they want more rings. I can remember vividly 10 years ago, every NFL receiver would talk about how they dream of getting a Super Bowl. I want a Super Bowl. I want this, I want that. I barely hear anyone even talk about that anymore. Everything I hear about now is just money. That's all it's about.
Yeah.
And it shows. People just willing to go to any team, willing to go play anywhere, willing to do anything to their teammates just for more money, to be the most paid. That's why the market's gone up so fast recently, because players
You want to keep being the highest paid something.
Yeah, because they're
Yeah,
trying to
and it's
run up
like-
each
Like
other.
honestly, they
it's
deserve
not like,
some of the players deserve that money, but like you still got to play for your team.
in my opinion, no athlete deserves that much money. And I feel like you could live out the rest of your life with, like, Jamar Chase. He could live out, if he got paid $10 million a year, he could live out the rest of his life in a mansion, and he could be set for the rest of his life. Like, if you played out a $40 million, like however much million guarantee, like, this is a lot of money. Obviously, you're not going to take $10 million a year. I'm not saying you could do that. I'm just putting that to paint a picture. Like, these guys do not need this much money. They just want to be the most paid because they just want to get as much as they can get. And it's all about a business. And they don't understand. Either they're not intelligent enough or they just do not care. Either they're not intelligent enough to know that this is going to heavily affect them to win a Super Bowl, or they just do not care about that. Or maybe it's a little bit of both. They're aware of it, but they rather take their chances to get more money. Either way, I do not respect it. I feel like every number one priority should be, number one, my team success and a Super Bowl. Number two, my money and for me. I feel like if every player did that, every player, like every team,
every player should be paid, but like I feel like team success matters the most.
Yeah, I feel like
and you guys are like the most paid people ever. So like,
yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that. You want to get into our predictions for the week one of the first two games?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited for this.
Yeah. Oh, it feels good to freaking predict NFL games.
I felt like the Super Bowl was yesterday. I felt like sometimes it feels like a million years ago and yesterday at the same time. I don't know why.
The last season does not feel that long ago. Like especially the first week of last year, it doesn't feel that long.
I just remember like when they got that touchdown in overtime, my whole soul just left, and I was so sad. But anyway, we're starting with the first game of the week.
To predict NFL
Thursday
games.
night football. We got an AFC Championship rematch. Chiefs versus Ravens. This is going to be a good game. I could see it going either way, honestly, but I know it's at Chiefs Kingdom, and I know they're the defending champs, but I feel like
they could lose that.
I do feel like the Ravens are going to win here. I know the Ravens have a worse offensive line. I do know that they lost a couple of pieces, but I do feel like the Ravens are going to be a lot better this year. Well, not a lot better. They're going to be around the same match. Even with this great offensive line, the Derrick Henry is going to make up for it. I feel like we're going to see Derrick Henry go amazing this game. I feel like Lamar Jackson can be great. He lost a lot of pounds. He's going to be a lot more fast. I feel like Zay Flowers is going to have a breakout year from his rookie year, and their defense is still the best in the league by far. So I feel like they're going to be able to maintain. I do feel like this might be a low-scoring game. I feel like I'm going to say Ravens win 23-20, maybe a Justin Tucker 70-yard field goal. Who knows? Kidding. But I have Ravens winning just because I do not see the Chiefs winning week one. They didn't win last week. Last week one, and obviously they had no Chris Jones, no Kelsey, and obviously Kadarius Toney, which, by the way, he's gone. Yeah. Thank God. About time. But I still see the Ravens winning week one. I feel like they're going to come back for revenge. Obviously, Lamar is a lot better in the regular season, postseason, and even then it was a really close game. And I feel like both teams decreased a bit. The Chiefs lost.
Their
obviously,
best corner.
L'Jarius Sneed is a big one.
Yeah, they still have
lost a couple.
Yeah. I just feel like their offense improved.
I feel like the Ravens, they kind of around the same level because they obviously got Nate Wiggins in the draft. They got Derrick Henry. Those are two great stuff, but they also do lose a lot of offensive line. And even then, their offensive line was really bad last year, one of the worst. So, but they were really good even with a bad offensive line. And yes, it did decrease, but I feel like Derek Carr is going to make up for that, especially with Lamar losing more weight. And I feel like they're not going to get a lot of points because, Chiefs have a great defense, but they have a bad offensive line. But also, Ravens have the best defense in the league, and I feel like they'll be able to hold them. So I'm going Ravens week one in a close, somewhat low-scoring game. And, yeah, I'm really excited to see how this goes. I feel like this game is going to define both of these teams' season, at least for the most part. So, sorry for that. Yeah, I'll just say it. Ravens. Zone? All right, Evan.
So yes, Hitler has the size of it. Hitler has like the.
Oh my God!
What does have the size advantage? I'll give him that. Because this is basically Hitler versus Bin Laden. Let's be honest.
Bro,
I hate to say it, this is a great matchup. Great first game to start off with. And I got the Chiefs winning. Yes, it's because of the AFC North. I hate the Chiefs.
I thought you were gonna say a tie,
but
I wouldn't mind that either.
Can you imagine a tie on Thursday Night Football Week 1? Oh my gosh!
The
last tie I remember. I know the Giants.
I hate how they do that. It's so annoying.
What?
I know, dude. Ties, dude. Just freaking have it go until they win.
Just go.
Doesn't NBA do that where you can just keep going?
Yeah, NBA does that.
Well, yeah, why can't the NFL do that? I'm glad the freaking Super Bowl
Underground is Ravens. All right, World, Matthew, who you got?
Got the Baltimore Ravens getting revenge on the Kansas City Chiefs. They're not going to repeat the same mistake they did before because in that championship game, they were not running the ball that much for some reason, even though the Chiefs are not that good against the run. Well, they got freaking Derrick Henry now, so that should not be a problem this time around.
Yeah.
And Zay Flowers is a breakout candidate. You have Mark Andrews. You got Isaiah Likely, who stepped up in the absence of Mark Andrews when he got injured. All line's a bit weak. You still got a good defense, even though you lost Patrick Queen, but you still got Matabuke and Roquan Smith. You got Marlon Humphrey and Nate Wiggins. So they did lose some pieces, but they also got some nice additions. So I think this could. I wouldn't be surprised if this was an overtime game, to be honest. But I think it will be close. It's not going to be a shootout or anything because both teams have good defenses. Yeah. But yeah, I just hope the Ravens just beat the crap out of the Chiefs and make the Swifties cry. But yeah.
If this
All
was
right,
playoffs, I'd be cheering for Ravens.
Then
But I can't cheer
I don't know
for
who we can pick here.
Ravens.
The other day I was taking the Chiefs, but I feel like Ravens really want revenge. They're both like equally good teams.
you can go Ravens.
This is actually tough because I feel like I'll go Ravens. The score will be like 27-24. I'll go Ravens.
All right, so we got Ravens, Chiefs. All right, so I do want to say one last
It's hard
thing.
for me,
Who's
though.
going to be the breakout player for each team? It could be offensive, defense. I feel like this will be a cool thing to do. I don't know why. We'll just do it for the first 2
Okay.
weeks. We don't do it every single game of
Yeah,
Sunday.
just
We'll
do it.
be there for 2 hours, but just because it's the first game back, I'm gonna go breakout for the Ravens. I'm going Derrick Henry. I think they're gonna run a lot more, and I do think obviously they have a pretty bad stopping the run, and I think that he's gonna be really good. As far as Chiefs go, I'm gonna go Chris Jones. I feel like Chris Jones is gonna be really good. You could say I don't want to say one of the receivers or even Mahomes because I thought that defense is so good. Even though I think they'll be solid, I just think that the defense is going to be better. So I'm gonna go Chris Jones. Always been great. So I think that he is definitely still the best defensive tackle in the NFL. So I'm gonna him. Evan, do you have a different one or?
Yes. For Ravens, I have Roquan Smith. I hate him, but I think he'll have a good game. And Trent McDuffie, after Lamar Jackson throws 5 interceptions, Trent McDuffie's going to get traded by us.
5 interceptions.
Here
He's
we
not
go.
traded.
5 picks.
All right,
Wow.
World. We got
All
World.
right. For the Ravens, I'm going to pick Zay Flowers. And for the Chiefs, I'm actually going to go Xavier Worthy because we don't know if Rasheed Rice is playing or not.
I don't think Worthy's playing.
Hollywood Brown's injured.
Hollywood
so-
ain't playing.
Hollywood's not playing this week yet.
Yeah, I just said he's injured.
Yeah,
And,
I think so.
we don't know the Rasheed Rice situation. Is he going to prison or not? So I think Xavier
Mahomes' dad's
Worthy-
going to prison for like 10 years.
Most.
Mahomes' dad's
Xavier-
going to prison for like 10 years. Holy crap.
Yeah, so they're going to need somebody to step up. So I think that somebody's got to be Xavier Worthy. And I know he's a rookie, but you got Pat Mahomes.
I think Xavier Worthy's highly overrated. I don't think he's going to be all that good, but we'll see. Tristan, who you got?
For Ravens, I'm gonna go boring. I'm gonna say Lamar Jackson. He's gonna have a way better game in his AFC Championship game. And then for the Chiefs, I'll say Xavier Worthy too. I don't know who else, besides like a defensive player on the Chiefs. I don't know who on offense I would play. That's good. So I'll just say Xavier Worthy.
All right, let's get to our next game. This will be Friday in Brazil.
We're doing this whole week?
Well,
No,
we're just
just-
doing first
No, just-
Thursday and
okay.
Friday.
These 2 games.
We're gonna do a Sportsville after this. So, all right. So yeah. But next Sportsville will do the rest of the games for week 1,
Yeah, that's what I was
and
thinking.
then Thursday week 2. All right, Packers Eagles. I'm going the Green Bay Packers in a blowout. And
What?
I am not even saying
Oh,
that as a
come on,
joke.
dude. Okay,
Oh,
calm down.
No. I don't want to hear it. Let me explain. Packers have one of the best defensive and the best secondary in the NFL. Eagles have a great offense. I will admit that. I'm not denying that. So I feel like they'll put up maybe like 20 points. But the Packers offense, I think, is going to be explosive. And Eagles have one of the worst defenses in the NFL. And by the way, Cooper DeJean is going to be an absolute bust. He's not the new Jackie Robertson, whatever people are freaking saying. He's our Jackie. No, he's going to be ass. And J.C. Gardner-Johnson, oh my gosh, he is also absolutely ass too. And Burnt Berry, I'm surprised this guy even has a freaking job.
Burnt Berry.
And yeah, Quinton Mitchell, the most overrated corner inside the draft. I don't know how the guy's being picked in the first round.
But
So,
every
yeah, their
single one of their
secondary-
corners are overrated to
They
you.
lost Fletcher Cox. They lost Hassan Reddick. All they have on there is crybaby Jalen. What's his name? The guy who ran over that
Jalen
person.
Carter.
Yeah, Jalen Carter. Yeah, he was crying after the 49ers game. Listen, I don't see it. Packers, Jordan Love's going to have up 4 touchdowns. He's going to start an MVP conversation just off week 1. That's how good it's going to be. And by the way, they are terrible stopping the run. Josh Jacobs is going to be amazing. And amazing my fans, by the way. So, yeah, Packers are going to put up 38 points. I'm going to go 38-20. 38-20.
Hold on, my dog's barking
Alright.
again. I got Eagles.
Okay, I hate them. And then my
you say
star
Eagles?
player for the Packers, I'm going Jordan Love. And my star player for
Yeah.
the Eagles,
Saquon Barkley?
shut
Just
up.
kidding.
Oh God. I'm gonna go. I
Go
don't want to say anyone's. It just they
I,
piss me
don't
off
want to
so
say a
much.
defensive player because I feel like Jordan Love is actually going to torch that.
I'm gonna say Devontae Smith. I'll say Devontae Smith. All right, Devontae Smith and Jordan Love. All right, but I'm going the mother loving Packers. Jordan Love's gonna go off 40. No, not 40. That's not the Cowboys. 58-20. Thank you very much.
Of course, you said 48. That number haunts me.
38. 38. They're not.
Okay.
They're not as bad. Yeah. And by the way, they almost beat the 49ers. Something the Eagles never got close to.
Do you think if the
So-
Packers beat the Niners and win against the Lions, do you think Packers are going to the Super Bowl if they go again?
I think Packers are going to Super Bowl. They're my number one.
No, I
NFC
mean
team to go to
last year.
Super
Do you
Bowl.
think they could have went to the Super Bowl if they went against the Lions?
Yeah, I mean they kind of beat them. They kind of blew them out on
They almost beat
Thanksgiving.
the 49ers, and I think they could have beaten the Lions.
Well, they could have gone to Super Bowl, and they got way better this year. They got Josh Jacobs.
I'm not saying they would have won it, but
By
I
the way,
feel like they
I
actually could have
cannot
beat
wait
the
till
Lions.
Xavier McKinney absolutely knocks Saquon Barkley to Brazil, and all the crazy Brazil fans are going to just By the way, the better and loyal running back, Josh Jacobs, is going to do way better than Snaquan Bitchley. All right, I'm done talking. You could go.
All right, I am also going to pick the Green Bay Packers.
Smart.
Very exciting young team. Jordan Love is going to want to prove that he absolutely deserves that contract.
Yeah.
I think he's going to throw for at least 300 passing yards. I'm going to say like 2 passing touchdowns and maybe a rushing touchdown, but we'll see. Now, for what's it called? Breakout player, whatever. For the Green Bay Packers, I'm going to go Christian Watson. I think he's going to step up as Jordan Love's, number one target.
Number one, man. Romeo Dobbs.
All the time I hear about him is he's always getting injured.
I think he'll step up as Jordan Love's number one target. For the Eagles, I'm going Saquon Barkley, the greatest.
He actually needs to play good.
He is not going to do good. He is going to be the next.
Did you kick him out?
No, his Wi-Fi got glitched.
Oh,
Tristan.
So obviously, I'm going to pick the Packers after the Eagles. Now, obviously, I don't think it's going to be a blowout like you know.
Just wait.
So I have a feeling Jordan Love's going to probably score 3 or 4 touchdowns on this defense. I won't be surprised. So, Eagles. I need AJ Brown to play good. He's on my fantasy now. I need AJ Brown to play good.
Yeah, dumbass trade. My trade was better, by the way.
No,
go on.
Saquon. I want him to play good just to piss you off. Just kidding. So I got Packers winning. I think the score can be 30 to 23. Okay. For my breakout players, I got Jordan Love. For Eagles, AJ Brown. Yeah, AJ Brown.
All right, Evan, you there? Well, he's not there, but he said the Eagles, so he's only picking the Eagles. So hey, more points for me. So we actually all 3 of us agree besides Zone. He has.
I wanted to pick the Chiefs. I wanted to pick the
Chiefs and the Eagles. So either all of us are going to be 0-2 or Zone's going to be 0-2.
Also, I need Patrick Mahomes to play good too. I have one on my fantasy. I need Patrick Mahomes to play good though.
Okay. Well, he's playing the Ravens, so you might want to start.
He didn't really play that good against them.
Start Daniel Jones week 1 against the Vikings.
Fuck no.
That's a good start.
Sorry, for stupid dog. But yeah,
okay, well, we're all smart here, so we all picked the Packers.
This is a brilliant game for Brazil. Green colors are banned, so you pick Eagles and Packers. But
what do they do?
Hey, as long as Xavier McKinney knocks Saquon into the crowd, I'll be happy.
Yeah, okay. Saquon, Eagles legend, is going.
Glad you can have his bum ass.
180 yards. Eagles get the win.
So, Zone, either all 3 of us are going 0-2 or you're going 0-2 to start off.
I'll take those odds.
And I
thought you were going to pick the Chiefs. I thought you were going to pick the Ravens because of how much the hate for the Chiefs.
No, the Ravens are in his division.
I know, but
but anyway, so there's our predictions for the first 2 weeks, and then obviously all the Sunday games we'll talk about next week. But So next week we'll have a lot to talk about. Obviously, we'll review these first 2 games, which will be really fun. And then we might do it Saturday. We could do it not Sunday. We'll do it Saturday or Friday night after this game. It depends because the game's pretty late because it's in Brazil. But I think it'll be morning. Will it be morning there? No, I think it'll be night. Never mind. And then then we'll predict all these games, and we'll also do Monday night, and then we'll do Bills and Dolphins Thursday night. So, yeah, can't wait for that. Really excited for NFL season back. And yeah, I think that's all we have. I still have to text Jake and Ben if they're going to do the prediction thing. And by the way, I am not counting it again. I'm just going to make a website where it's going to do it for me.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Make sure you get all our picks. Make sure you get all our picks.
Anyway, that's about all we got there. Is the Eagles? All right. Yeah. All right. Anyway,
I did not just see that. No.
We will see you guys next time with the first games of the NFL season. Cannot wait.
And Jamar Chase
and
with
obviously
an extension.
Or maybe he'll still be sitting out like how he is in training camp. Just kidding. But I thank you guys all for watching. Appreciate it. Sorry that Evan started it on accident, and he probably was just sitting there for 4 minutes like an idiot. So apologies.
Oh, that's what happened.
Sorry that I left a little late. I was having a rough day. But anyway, thanks for watching this, guys. Always remember, keep gripping those Malik Neighbors balls. By the way, he's wearing number 1 because he is the number 1. The chosen. I give a freaking Ray Falakamanka, freaking 90 years old, freaking in the BC. Like anyone gives a frick about that. I do not care.
Zone was so mad in the group chat about.
Did he really
like,
have to ask you that player for
the only reason anyone even know this guy exists is because of Malik Neighbors. All right, and guys, this is, may I remind you, this is literally just freaking, this is just like stitching and fabric. It's just a number. People can calm their titties down. All right. Anyway, and by the way, I number 1 looks so cool. We all know if Jamar Chase had came in and there was some guy from freaking 1920 and he wanted to wear number 1, Zone be just fine with it because number 1 looks awesome. And by the way, it was either that or number 9. Freaking number 9. Name one receiver wears number 9. All right, so I don't care.
Anyway,
by the way, you know how good you have to be a rookie, never being started off, and you get to retire a number, the first retired number in NFL history. That's how good he is. So he is the chosen one. By the way, he is the first. I think I read somewhere that he was the first retired number in NFL history, and he is first retired number for the Giants and the first unretired for the Giants because the Giants never unretired number. They're all about history and strictness. I mean, Giants don't even have any cheerleaders because all they care about is history and stuff. So I'm actually really happy that John Mara actually got his head out of his ass about being like a really strict person. Like, please. And obviously, if they just did it without talking to the family, I would not have liked that. But they talked to the family, and I'm pretty sure I did look at it because me and John are arguing about it. His son does it. His son is still alive, so I'm sure his son is fine with it. So it's not freaking.
Zone was so mad in the group chat. Like he was furious.
I was not that mad. I was just talking.
I don't know how to feel that.
You were
really mad.
You were saying he's a cocky motherfucker.
They're
disrespecting the family or whatever.
Yeah, a cocky wide receiver. But what did Neighbors even do? I don't know. Anyway,
I think he's extremely cocky, but okay.
We'll name one instance he was.
What?
Thanks for watching, guys. Next time. Peace out.